Diva Spot. Welcome to 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 Diva Spot. You're tuned in to that on the spot diva. From east to the west coast, her grind's off the meter. That blog talk Shira. Products, log on and tune in, cause the lines might be tied up. I love it, boy, you already know. You're listening to the only Diva Spot Radio.
Moss is back in the lounge with Grandmaster Kai and King Rico Suave. Come kick back at the Diva Spot as they chop it up about word currency. Live at 9 a.m.
Subscribe now.
Rising, Grand Rising. It's another day. It's your girl Diva Ebony B, and you are now tuned in live to Diva Spot Lounge. It is December the 3rd on a Sunday, 9:30 a.m. in the morning. And I say Grand Rising because I don't mourn anything good. I got King Rico Suave and Master Kai live in the spot with us. We're going to be talking about some word currency. Welcome, Kings. Welcome.
Welcome. How you doing? Thank you. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm so glad that you guys are here to chop it up with me. Again, King Rico Suave, welcome back. And Master Kai, welcome to Diva Spot Lounge. This is Master Kai first time here. We're going to talk about word currency today. So I want y'all to do me a favor right now. Share the video on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Because we're going to be talking about the power of our words and the weight that they hold in our life. So King Rico Suave, thank you for coming back. Master Kai, this is your first time here. Master Kai, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the people who you are?
How you guys doing? I feel like maybe a master. It's your boy, Grandmaster Kai. I'm a music producer behind the chair and the mic. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here trying to inspire. I'm the leader and founder of the Grapefruit Dojo. Please check out my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Grandmaster Kai. And, I'm just out here trying to spread love and show people my skill. I'm a stat guy, and I want people to be able to remember me for what I did and what I could do. And, that's what I'm going to do.
I appreciate you, Master Kai, being here. King Rico Suave, thank you for coming back. For those who have been on the rock and don't know who you are, go ahead and just bring them up to date because we talking about word currency today.
I'm King Rico Suave, the #1 trap inspirer. Just out here slinging kindness on the block every day, trying to inspire the world, be a better place with kindness,
I love it. I love it. So I'm a big believer. And those who don't know me, my name is Diva Ebony B, aka Queen 1000, BKA Miss Motivation. I am the owner of Diva Spot Beauty Bar. I'm the owner of Queen Royal Sips. I'm a motivational speaker, radio host, and podcast organizer. So I'm so grateful to be here. But I wanted to talk about word currency because I posted something up on Facebook the other day, and it says, the enemy can only attack what you say. And I got a really great response behind that. And what I mean by that is the enemy can only attack the things that you say about yourself. So if I was your enemy and I really wanted to know what your weak spots is, I would actually listen to the things that you say out of your mouth. So if you say something like, man, I got poor time management, I'm always late, I'm going to make sure that as your enemy and negative forces against you, that things are put in your way for make you procrastinate, that you don't go to sleep on time, that you're not getting enough rest, that's going to make you late, that I'm going to put something in front of you to distract you where you're on your phone or you're doing something, or it don't even have to be the phone. It can be another family friend or whatever distracting you to hold you up from being on time for things. So be mindful. The enemy does not have discernment to know what really can tear you down. Another example, if I'm saying I'm overweight, as your enemy, I'm gonna make sure I put unhealthy food in front of you. I'm gonna make sure you don't get to the gym. I'm gonna make sure that your self-esteem is low. But I got King Rico Suave and Master Kai here to help us learn how to work to increase the words and give it more value. What we say out our mouth is what we predict into our life, is what we bring for wisdom. So King Rico Suave, when you hear words, when you heard word currency, and when I shot this topic to you, what was your feedback on it? What did you think about it?
Well, the first thing that came to my mind was word credit. That's how we could start going out here and analyzing people's words, like a credit system. If you go around and not keep your word, your word credit is going to be pretty low. But if you're all about keeping your word and making through on your promises, your word credit goes up. And for the people that you don't know, it's just like, okay, I hear you, but we got to build it up just like some credit, So the first thing that came to my mind was word credit, because not everybody's word is true, and you got to watch out for things like that. So again, when I think of word currency, it comes with credit as well,
And everybody's word is not their bond.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody's word is not their bond. Master Kai, when you heard word currency, what came to your mind?
The first thing that came to my mind was that, first of all, this isn't a word. And, I had to split it into two, word and currency. And when I think about word currency, I think about authenticity. I think about when word currency comes to my head, I think about actions that come behind it, because it's one thing to be able to speak words, and everybody speak words. But I think, what a lot of people get misconstrued is that they take people's words as the truth and truth only. And a lot of times I think it comes with repetitive action, real action, and actions speak way louder than anything. And I think if a lot of people start going forth on doing actions, when we talk about words and currency, if you're going to go out here and say you're doing these things and you're out here saying, you're trying to set examples of things that you're doing, you have to come with that currency. You have to come with the real deal. When you go to the store and you try to give a fake money, they can't take that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not real. There's no action behind it. It's not real currency. So I really do think that when word currency came to my mind, it really sparked the entrance of whether, I think actions is the real, the big money behind it,
One thing that and thank you for that, guys, for that feedback. One thing that I hear people saying a lot is good morning. That morning word. What you're basically saying is I'm morning good. And that's why I changed my own verbiage. And shout out to those who overstand this conversation. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. You're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Podcast Lounge. King Rico Suave is here. Master Kai is here. We're talking about word currency, but watching the things that you say out your mouth and how you speak to yourself. And one thing is that good morning. To mourn means to mourn a loss. To be depressed, to down. I'm not good at mourning anything. I'm grand rising. I wake up in a grand way. And that's how I continue to live my life. I just, and I believe if people start talking more kindly and more nicely to themselves and more positive to themselves and more empowering to themselves, you can't sit around and say, oh, King Rico Suave didn't send me a positive message. He wasn't on the block with the kindness. What happens when he's not there? What happened when there may be a drought in your area? So you have to be proactive for yourself.
Exactly.
So watch that Good Morning. And I know we're all conditioned to it because we're in Western America, and that's the English language. But now we're to the point that we have a lot of access to a lot of information, worldwide internet, to learn how what we say out of my mouth. Now, affirmations. King Rico Suave, what do you think about affirmations?
Affirmations, I love affirmations. Waking up and telling yourself positive things, I think it really does help. Because nobody else is gonna do it for you, and it is really all about self out here because you're gonna have a lot of people in life that want to tear you down.
Mm.
Nobody's gonna want to sit there and tell you you're doing good every day. So that's why it has to come from yourself. Affirmations are really important, especially when it comes to yourself.
Master Kai, what if I don't know how to, and I don't know what affirmations is, and I don't know how to go about it? What is something that you would suggest as far as getting into affirmation and overstanding? And I say overstand because when I say overstand, I mean I got 360 information. When I say understand, I mean I'm limited. So how do I overstand what affirmations is and how to go about it to apply them in my daily life?
Well, you know, I think what comes with, not what I think, but what comes with, having a better understanding of affirmations is I think people in general get a better understanding of things when it's similar or it's replicating something that's important to their life. And when we talk about affirmations, things that you tell yourself every day, let's look at what are you saying every day? What are you saying to other people every day? What are you talking about? What are you saying on your downtime? And what are you saying by yourself? I think those are the most important words in our lives because those are the words that psychologically just come off our brain. That's how we're thinking. That's how we're portraying words, and that's how we're expressing ourselves. So I think the best way to be able to, to build a consistent, because I know when I go in the mirror and I'm telling myself, yo, you looking clean today. You looking nice today. You looking real sexy today. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes me, I believe it. It's what I speak. It's what I hear about myself. And me being a music, inspirer and also music producer. Sounds and hearing and words. Even when I'm hearing myself, it's even a different story. So like I really do think that when you could compare the things that you say every day and be able to find a way to sneak in a compliment to yourself, just something small, just something good. Maybe something that sometimes you got to say something good about the bad things that you did. You might have messed up, but the good thing about it is that you moved forward. You're still here to keep going. So I think it's about that repetitive of, it's not what you say, it's what are you saying? And as long as you can change what are you saying, then I think that's when you would get a real understanding, or at least a brief understanding of affirmations.
Thank you, Master Kai, for that. And with word currency, you can devalue your words with lying to yourself. Like
Definitely.
you can bring down, you can put yourself in a negative, lying to yourself. And you can't, and when you lying to yourself, you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. So that word currency, because some people are saying, well, speak it into existence, speak it as it is, speak it as it is. That's fine. But it's important to know, big shout out to Andre 3000. He said it's important to know what you are. And it's also important to know what you ain't.
Yes.
Because you can know what you are and who you are. But it's also important to know what you ain't at the same time. Like, don't fake the front. Don't sit here and say, you know what? I'm gonna be a millionaire, but I only put in per diem hours. I'm gonna own a company, but I haven't made any connections and registered anything.
Mm.
I'm gonna be a size 10, but I'm sitting up here eating this 12-inch foot long.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not, it's, it's, it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. With word currency, and I always say this, and Master Kai have heard me say this a lot. I spend from my faith account, not my bank account. My bank account is very limited, but my faith is unlimited. So, King Rico Suave, what word currency? What are some word currencies you use to continue to increase the value of your life journey? Because you got a lot.
One thing is believing in yourself. That's where it all starts. So a lot of word currencies that I have. Speaking of word currency, they're like stocks. You know, they can go up or down depending on what you speak in a day. You know, sometimes people go around and they don't understand that when they say things that they don't think is a big deal, like, oh, I'm tired of my situation, you know, and you keep complaining about it, but you're not doing anything about it, is why you're, you know, in that situation. You got to change it, but you got to change the way you speak. And it starts with how you think, you know. So the word currency comes with a mindset as well, you know.
Mhm.
It's about how you value what you speak as well. And if you speak things into existence and believe it, then you could achieve it, you know. And so some more word currencies in my memory bank that I use on a daily basis, you know, don't give up, push yourself. A lot of the videos that I make have some of them kindness, discretion advised, be kind to self first. You know, that's a big one right there. Be kind to self first, because nobody else is going to be kind to you. You know, this is a cruel world. It's a harsh world, you know, so don't ever let nobody tell you that you're fully yourself, because nobody else is gonna want to be, you know. So those are some of my word currencies in my memory bank that I use on a daily basis.
I love what you said, because nobody is going to deposit word currency into your life journey account.
Exactly.
Nobody is going to work out. You know, it's some people out there who care about you and love you, you know, but love comes with a limit. But if you're looking for people to motivate you and inspire you, you know, just get up and make it about you, it's not going to happen. So just forget about that. Um, just forget about it. Like, you know, and one thing that I have noticed when I wake up in the morning, and it's just simple things. A lot of people think like, oh, I gotta do all this grandiose stuff. You don't. I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is have my water purified. And we're talking about currency. These are the deposits that I make into my life. The first deposit is water, purity. I'm putting water in my body so I can start to cleanse and flush and detox for the first bowel movement of the day before I go deal with somebody else's bowel movement. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? Like, I'm gonna say it. I'm doing shit before I go to deal with somebody else's shit. It's just is what it is. But the first one, the first one is purity. Purify yourself. After that, you know, brush your teeth, wash your face. But I put on affirmations. Big shout out to Tony Jones. I love Tony Jones affirmations, but I put it on and then I start to make my bed. That is really a big, you know, just making your bed and starting the day. That's a big move. That's a big
yeah,
action. Just making up your bed, because if you make up
self
your bed, most
discipline.
likely you're not gonna lay back in it.
Yeah,
So, you know, that those deposits before you deposit to somebody else, before you deposit to the job, before you deposit to the wife, the husband, the kids, you know, school, before you deposit anybody else, depositing you. So purify yourself, start putting things into yourself and your body, and make your damn bed. It's just simple. Make your damn
yeah.
bed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Grand, Grandmaster Kai.
No, Grandmaster Card. You're right. You're right.
Got
Exactly.
it.
You're right. Thank you.
Grandmaster Kai. And I love how you got King Rico Suave, Grandmaster Kai. These come with powerful energies, kinetic
Yeah.
energies coming right off of it. So yeah, and that's how you should stand. Grandmaster Kai, how do you stand grounded on your word currency on a daily basis? How do you stay grounded?
Well,
Or should I say balance?
say back, when you look at the word grounded, grounded is to be stable. Grounded is to have a stable base. And, me just having a background of, wrestling and doing sports and just being competitive, one thing that I've learned is that, you have to be able to hone your emotions in a positive way, because emotions not only trickle down to what you do, but it trickles down to how you act and how you treat other people. And when we talk about currency, not all money is good money. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, than be out here making money the good way than to be making money a way that I know I shouldn't be making it. And I really do think when we talk about currency, it's all about what are you doing and how are you acting towards people, and what is the value of that? What is the value of your words to other people? Are you out here speaking something that's going to benefit and move people in a way where they can get into a better spot in life? Because I'm not going to lie, me, everybody's going to have people that are just not going to be able to move forward in life. They're going to be stuck. They're going to stay there. And the only way they're going to move is if they want to move. There's nothing you could ever do in your life to be able to push somebody unless they want to be pushed. And I've seen that with myself. It's all about self-accountability and discipline at the end of the day. If you know what you're doing is not productive, it's not healthy, it's not beneficial, it's not fruitful to your life, then how are you expecting that to, absorb into other people? You know what I'm saying? A wet sponge can't, let me rephrase that, pretty much just bringing it back to word currency. I really do think that as long as you're watching on what your words are worth and what they would do in the future, that would be able to give you an aspect on how much you can invest into somebody else and how much time, money, mental energy, and all that when it comes to it.
And every deposit matters. And King Rico Suave, I wanted to pass this to you because every deposit matters. Whether it's a small deposit or it's a large deposit. We ain't got to be making big deposits every day, which we want to. Everybody wants to make that big, racks on racks. But every deposit matters. When you getting up every morning, I wake up and I say, I feel phenomenal. God has a blessing for me and I can't wait to get it. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know when it's going to be, but I know it's going to be today. I say things like, when I leave out this house, I have favor in every building that I walk in. I have favor with everybody I come in contact with. And I'm telling you, it literally happens because I said it out my mouth. So every deposit, even the little ones, just you getting up and saying, you know what, I'm proud of you. Or you not having that extra sugar today. Or instead of you going to McDonald's and getting some McDonald's, you actually ate at home today. Healthy, instead of you having that big cinnamon, the bear claw with the white icing. You said, nah, I'm gonna go for Nature's Candy, which is some fruit this morning. Or I do a green smoothie. So here we go, Suave. Let's talk about word currency deposits. Those deposits, how important in them, and how do we go about depositing into our life journey account?
Well, I am a micro believer. So it starts with the little things, So even if you have just so much going on. As long as you made one deposit in one area to at least better yourself, then you're getting somewhere. And just work on each little thing at a time, and it'll all come together. We don't have to worry about one big deposit. We should just focus on one little deposit at a time, because that's how you get $100, because $100 bills equals $100 bill. So if we focus on just trying to do and achieve one little thing at a time instead of worrying about the bigger aspect of everything, it'll be okay. Just like waking up in the morning, that is the biggest deposit of the day. And so as long as we can remember that on our journey every day, everything else, those little things that come along with it is just a plus. Even if it's bad, should take it as a lesson and just grow from it, but if you just continue to just focus on one little area at a time, and switch it up too. It doesn't have to be one little area all the time until that one area is clear, but just bounce around sometimes and just try to focus on other things. Just as long as you do something for your future self, everything will be all right if you continue to focus on yourself.
I love that. As long as you continue to do something for your future self, enjoy the journey that you're on right now. But your future self is like, come on, I need you in the future to do things. And I didn't really start thinking about my future self until I was like 33, which I should have been doing this a long time ago. But I started thinking about myself my future self around about 33. And I want to switch the gear a little bit because we're talking about word currency. It's your girl Diva Ebony B. Ebony B Moss, honey. Let's not forget that Moss, that stars. Shout out to my amazing husband. But you're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Podcast Lounge. I'm here with King Rico Suave and Grandmaster Kai. We're talking about word currency and how to deposit into your life journey account every day. We try to help you out stack it up for your future self. And you take this information and do what you want. We are not going to force feed you. You just take it and run it up. We talking about stacking. Now, with the word currency, there's going to get people who come in and try and hack your account. You might get hacked. You might run into somebody who is just so negative, so miserable, or somebody may say something that touch a sensitive area, which now they call in triggers, that might touch a sensitive area and your account may get hacked. So how do you secure and put security around your word currency so somebody won't come and jack you? Because they can jack you on with your feelings, or they can rob you physically. So Grandmaster Kai, I want you to just give 2 tidbits on how to secure your word currency, how to protect your word currency for your life journey account.
Well, number one, don't be out there showing all your currency. Don't be out there showing all your word currency. Because let's be honest, people want to flex. People want to show this, people want to show that. But when it's gone, then they want to act surprised. People really have to understand that, people are not out here to see you do great. A lot of people won't. A lot of people aren't, and you got a lot of people out here who are just, really sad, mad, evil individuals, and they don't want to see anybody doing good. Okay. And you have to be careful when you're going around and you're trying to, just trying to show or trying to invest currency or trying to make deposits here, trying to get a withdrawal here. Just being careful of the energies that you're surrounding yourself with, because we're hearing it all the time. You have a new celebrity every other day popping up, passed away, or somebody's a new shooting, or this and that and that and this. There's a lot of things going on in this world. That's number one. And number two, is that, you know, let's be more mature. Let's be more responsible as adults. You know what I'm saying? We as adults, and I'm 20, by the way, but as a young man, you know, I'm really looking myself in the future, is knowing that, you know, there's the next generation behind me.
Mm.
Whatever I'm doing, they're going to be watching. Whatever the people in front of me, you know, whoever the people before me, I was watching, and I'm learning. So I think it's very important as a whole, you know, as leaders of the, you know, of the world, and, you know, just people that have power, and people, and not even people with power, just people and us as general, you know, we're the most powerful voice. We're the most powerful, you know, currency there is. You know, it nothing happens without us. So why is that things are happening out of our power? You get what I'm saying? So I think it's very important that, number one, you know, watch where you at, watch who you're around, and watch wherever you're doing your word currencies. And number two, you know, be very knowledgeable of where you're going to be at and how your surroundings, and, you know, just kind of just collapsing on, just be careful. That's the most important thing I can say. Just be careful. And
gratitude, Grandmaster Kai. Definitely appreciate you sharing that with me. And you're right. One, don't be out here flaunting. Don't be out here flaunting your stuff. Two, be mature, you know, be mindful about what you're doing out here. Now, King Rico Suave, you've been on the block. You on the block trapping this kindness. Like, you on everybody's block, you know, all the time. You out here trapping kindness. So, of course, you on the block and you come on other people's territories sometime, and you moving around because you don't have territories. So everywhere you go, you trapping kindness. How do you protect yourself, King Rico Suave?
Well, you know what they say, big bank take little bank. No, I'm just playing. One thing I do is just I take control of the situation. You know, you can't never let nobody try to devalue your words and what they mean, you know. So you always gotta be able to put your point of view into somebody else's point of view as well, if that makes sense. You know, you have to help them be able to see from their point of view of what you're going through. You know, not everybody wants to listen to that, but I'm one that has a strong voice, because everybody likes to be able to say what they want to say. So I feel like, okay, well, let me say what I have to say, and I'm going to get it off just like I let you get what you have to say off, you know, and I'll listen to them first, you know. So that's one way I protect my word currency, is I'll listen to the other person first, you know, and see what the problem is, and try and recognize what it is, and get that accomplished. You know, sometimes I don't even have to respond, because I could figure out what it is we need to get accomplished, so we can go ahead and go on our way, you know. And they might not even have a piece of my mind, because the goal is, you know, we shouldn't have to deal with each other right here if we don't really want to. Whatever the goal is, we should focus on that and get it accomplished. So sometimes you can save your word currency, you know, and that's a big thing that we don't do out here sometimes, is save. So, you know, let's save some of our word currency and not even waste it, you know, going back and forth on people, you know, and sometimes they might not even want to sit there and try and understand you. But, you know, again, I'll listen first and see what it is, just to see if I can save some of my currency, you know, since they want to spend all theirs.
All right. Well, it's 10 a.m. in the morning. It's your girl, Diva Ebony B. Moss. You're now tuned in live to Diva Spot Podcast Lounge here with King Rico Suave and Grandmaster Kai. Listen, we have dropped the blueprint, part of the blueprint of how you can save and stack your word currency today. The word for the day, word currency. What you gonna do? Save and stack. How you gonna do it? Be mindful and be careful. And like King Rico say, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with y'all. I am not going back and forth with
Got
y'all
no
about nothing.
time. I
Only
don't.
thing I'm doing is going back and forth to make deposits. And it is okay for you to have that energy. Shake that negative, sluggish energy off. If you feeling sluggish, and you feeling like you out of place, you may need to drop some people around you. People are weight, jobs are weight. Don't be afraid to step out there. And I always say, don't let your current situation determine your identity. No matter where you are in this world, no matter where you live, no matter where you work, you have the kinetic energy and the power to manifest and to speak life into your situation.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow King Rico Suave. Make sure you follow Grandmaster Kai. And of course, make sure you follow the Queen Diva Ebony B. Moss on all social media platforms. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and give King Rico Suave and Master Kai an opportunity to go ahead and close out the show. So, Master Kai, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you since you are our new guest for today.
Like I said, I feel like a grand, maybe a master. It's your boy, Grandmaster Kai. I'm a music producer behind the chair and the mic. Holla at your boy. Come check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of it. I'm on all platforms. And, you know, I really just want people to know that I'm not out here looking for a record deal. I'm not out here trying to slide on the ops. I'm not out here trying to be the toughest. No, you know, I just want to be Grandmaster Kai. And I just want to be me. And I just want people to know that you got a place to come to. It's the Great Proof Dojo.
Gratitude.
It's your boy King Rico Suave, you know, the #1 trap inspired. Catch me somewhere slanging the kindness on the block. Y'all go follow all my social media at King Rico Suave. Same for everything. Thank you everybody for tuning in. You know, I want to just thank you for having me back on the show. And I hope everybody has a great day today.
You guys keep God first, family second, and career third. And y'all know how Diva say, keep your skincare right and your front legs tight. I'm out, y'all.